there, everybody. Welcome to our preview for the Blacklist Season 9, Episode 6. The title here is Dr. Roberta Sand, Ph.D. And, based on what is out there right now, it looks as though this is probably the final episode of this year, which sucks. It is a bummer, but this is where we are, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're only at episode 6 coming up. We had no episode last week. There's no episode this week. This preview is for the episode for December 9th, which is still another week and couple days away. Can't we get just one more episode after this? 6 episodes for the whole year already? That's it. Come on. And no promo again, guys.
Okay, listen, we're gonna talk all about this promo nonsense because there's so many things to be frustrated about with that. But before we go too far into it, hit that subscribe button because we will be here, of course, after episode 6 airs to break that down, review it. We have a lot going on at the channel right now in between Succession, Power Book 2 Ghost, NCIS. There's a new review coming up for that later tonight, and we don't want you to miss any of this.
Also, follow us on Instagram. It was Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there who did celebrate last weekend. We celebrated a lot. We had a cheese ball that was in the shape of a turkey. We made advent calendars. All that is up on our Instagram. So follow us over there and check it out.
Okay, the first premium cut slice of beef here we got to have about the promo situation is
Things getting beefy over here.
There's a lot of beef coming up, so I hope you guys enjoy a good old beef burger or something because, you guys could clear up this whole fall finale, if you want to call it a fall finale or whatever. All you would have to do, put out a 5-second promo and be like, the fall finale of the Blacklist. Or something like that. That's all you would have to do. Just put us out of our misery.
It's very surprising to me the lack of promos that have been going on this season. You've said it before in these videos, it feels like they don't care. And I'm not really sure why. Because, many of us were upset that Liz is gone and that the show is going in a different direction. The show has gone in a direction that's very procedural, and it is basically like a new beginning. They have an opportunity. It is airing on Thursdays right now. It will be changing, but it's airing in a pretty good day on a pretty good time slot where there's a new story where they can bring in new viewers. So why wouldn't you be pushing sort of that narrative or any narrative by giving us a promo?
The only theory I can think of, and I have no basis for this being right, is just that maybe NBC just isn't making that much money on the Blacklist anymore in comparison to their other stuff. And maybe because they don't own it fully or whatever else, they're just like, we'll promote other things that we can make more money on, but we're okay enough to keep it on the air for right now. Because this is the weirdest thing about all this, is that even though it seems like they could care less about actually promoting the show, they haven't announced that this is the final season.
Nope.
And beyond just that, the ratings actually aren't down that much from season 8. They're down less than 10% in all metrics. And, in one sense, it's on a better time slot, but it's still also airing against, the NFL and a couple other things. So it's performing in a decent enough spot that I still have a little bit of hope for a season 10. We are not confirming anything. Don't aggregate us, but I think in general there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. Normally there's erosion with shows anyways, so it's not really down in a way that I've seen some people out there ringing the alarm bells. It's just going to get canceled this season. It's not there.
No, it's that. If it's going to be ending this season, I'm sure we'll probably hear within the first month or two of next year, because if we don't hear at that point, that means the writers probably won't be able to put together a proper series finale. And if this show ends after 9 seasons with no proper series finale,
then we will just pretend that season 8 was the series finale, whether we liked it or not.
That was a much better answer than what I was going to give, which probably involved white hot rage and or threats and or blowing up like just everything in this office. It would have been an unpretty mess.
Okay, so let's talk about the next episode that's going to be coming up. What we do have for you, since there is no promo again, is the synopsis of what we can expect with Dr. Roberta Sand, Ph.D.
First of all, do you put your PhD behind your name all the time, Roberta Sand? Because I have a rule about this.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it on your nameplate, on your desk. You can put it on the front of your office, like these sort of things. Maybe with the right people, you can introduce yourself as it. But if you say PhD behind your name in everyday conversation, you deserve to have to wear a monocle on your face for the entirety of your life because you really think you're that special.
Yeah, I don't know about introduce. Hi, I'm Roberta Sand, Ph.D. Who are you? I'm Jessica.
I love that you're not even saying your last name or anything else. You're just like, that's me.
That's right.
Like, okay, Roberta Sand. Here's what we could say about the story here.
You've already dropped her, Dr. and PhD.
Yeah, I don't care, Roberta. Now I'm dropping your last name, too. I don't care about how accomplished you say you are. You may just be another blacklister. You just may be dead by the end of this episode. But the task force is going to be investigating a therapist, Dr. Roberta Sand. Okay, that's who
PhD.
Sorry, PhD. We gotta be polite here. Who may be the key to the resurgence of an organized crime family?
Yeah.
Does that mean that this is a crossover with Law and Order, Organized Crime, and Staplers coming on at some point?
Think so.
No, listen. I kind of go here or there with the organized crime stories. I hope we're not going too far into that because then it's like too many characters to keep track of.
I'm out on organized crime stories. I've never really been into stuff like that. I've tried to. Oh man, you guys are gonna flame me in the comments now. I've tried to watch Sopranos 3 times, and I have not even been able to get through the pilot. I feel like it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Sort of organized crime or mob. I just don't know what it is. Maybe it is. There's too many characters. I don't know what it is. I'm not really interested in that type of content.
It just feels like to me all the organized crimes are all sort of set up very similar and they all have characters who are kind of predictable. And if you guys made it really weird, which I guess the Blacklist can do.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'd be a little bit more interested in that. But I think the real question here, more so than anything else, is that, is this crime family like somehow linked to where the rest of the season is going? Because we're still kind of waiting in the wings for like that actual big bad or like that sort of notable character who's going to really matter here.
They told us at the beginning of the season that there was going to be some sort of big, huge, world problem, global problem that was going to be coming into the show. So where is it? Where is it? It can't have just been like the Skinner thing because that's not really a problem.
The other part of this story is just that Reddington is conducting an investigation of his own, and it's crazy theory time, everybody.
All right, here we go.
This is one of those that just came into my brain like 10 seconds ago, and it's terrible, but I'm going to say it anyway. Okay, now that I've hyped this up properly, Neville Townsend, he's dead? Question mark? Listen. Number 2 on the Blacklist is still not officially claimed. It is still there.
Yeah.
They found the dental record. I understand that there was records, but this is a place where, we have the bag of bones. We've got all this sort of nonsense about DNA fabrication on this show already. I still think there's a chance this guy is somehow still out there. And because if he's not out there, why haven't they just given him number 2 on the Blacklist? Why are they leaving this a mystery? They can't come back later and be like, oh, Neville Townsend was 160 on the list. And it's like, oh, I'm supposed to believe that? Like, really?
It's anything is possible in the show. We have seen a lot of out there cases.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of out there blacklisters. Yes. I don't think your theory is that crazy. No body, no death. That happens an awful lot on TV. And even sometimes we see bodies, and I'm not going to spoil any shows where I've seen that person dead, and then later they're back because, just in case you haven't seen some of the examples that I have in my head.
Yeah.
Close your ears.
Oh, wait, I should have mine open.
Everybody. Okay, ready? Here's a spoiler.
Okay.
That happened on Luther. Okay, now you can like that.
I wasn't sure where my ears were supposed to be during most of that, but yes.
Anyways, that's sort of the TV trope. If you don't see the body, they can always come back at some point. They can always find a way to write around that. And like I said, even if you see a body, sometimes that doesn't matter either. We've seen people go into the ground and still be alive, like on Days of Our Lives with for all of you who remember that from like way back in the day. So is it possible that Neville Townsend also could be still alive? Absolutely. Nobody actually saw him die.
The closing minutes of this episode will be on Neville Townsend's grave, and the hand will just come out of the dirt. Because really, with this show, anything could happen. No, that's not going to happen. But really, Reddington's obviously got something important that he's doing. If he's not really looping in almost anyone else on it, I think it's fair to presume that it is at least some sort of a secret and maybe something that matters long term.
The investigation I think that he's probably doing on his own probably has to do with AGNES. That's what I think it has to do with. I think it just may be, it doesn't have to be something that's as dark as a Neville. It might be something maybe a little more fun, and it would be nice to see a little bit of that. Maybe it's an investigation into, I don't know, some of her artwork or her schoolwork, or maybe somebody's, bothering her at school and he's trying to find a way to help her out. Like, it could be something else.
Hey, this is it's airing kind of close to Christmas. Could this be the great Christmas caper where we have Santa Reddington? Like, I would die if Reddington becomes Santa.
Maybe that's the investigation. He's trying to find that perfect toy.
No,
it's not that.
Listen, I'm curious to know what it's going to be here with him. I mean, there's no mention of Dembe really in the synopsis. And we ended this past episode with this huge Dembe box discussion, and we went into that a lot in our review for episode 5. And it does seem like there is a big backstory episode for Dembe and Reddington coming fairly soon. It doesn't sound like it's this episode, but we should just have it on our radar.
Yeah, which I think we all feel like it's getting time to have some answers. We are going into episode 6 here. I know that this is the Blacklist, and they do like to drag out mysteries, but it would be nice to know what's actually in the box. And I know that it's really not necessarily about what's in the box, but it's the sort of symbology of opening the box, because he had said, when you're ever ready to be away from me and we're done, open the box. We saw him open the box and tearing because he knows that that's the end of his relationship with Reddington. But, nothing's ever over forever.
You can always close the box back up.
Exactly.
Okay, well, let's get your guys' thoughts, theories, opinions on where the Blacklist is going into episode 6. Do you think we're going to be set up with something for the rest of the season here? Are you hoping for like a cliffhanger if this is the fall finale or whatever you want to call it? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you here next time.